Test out a 40 to 100, shooting for about 400 wheel horsepower. We'll do a little pull on screen. So that's even better. It's not bad. All right, so we just went for a ride in the Tesla Model, I forget my alphabet. I think it's the Model X. Model X Plaid, and holy. Is that thing pretty quick, man? So we had 4 adults in the car, and that thing just took off. I'm gonna have another video with that one. But now we got my buddy with an Audi S4. It's the B8? B8.5, I think. I forget all the coding and everything. But it's APR stage 2 tuned with the, I don't know if it's stage 2. It's got the dual pulley. I believe it's APR stage 2 with the dual pulley. I'll have it on screen and everything. He just put the heat exchanger in recently. I think he said it's about 500 wheel horsepower. I thought it was a little bit less, but that's what he just said. So I, again, will reference that on screen if I could find it. But I wanted to test out a 40 to 100 in my car. So we're gonna do, I'll do a 40 to 100. Got my draggy going on here. And he'll just be next to me taking off. Because his car is gonna be a lot quicker than mine. But why not? Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Do a little friendly pull and time a 40 to 100. Make a left? All right. So yeah, I think we need a little bit more power to keep up with that car. You're too fast. It's not too bad, right? You didn't really pull up to me on that. It was like a 4th gear pull for me. Oof. Yeah, so that wasn't too bad. We did like I was in 4th gear on that one. And we didn't really beep. I just kind of rolled into it, expecting him that the second I roll in, he would just take me. But as I rolled in, he got on throttle as well, and he didn't keep up. Like, he kept up, I should say. He didn't pass me until, we let off the throttle. But he's saying he's heat soaked. I don't know. It's 48 degrees out. It ain't too hot. But no, I'll say his car's a lot faster. His car's a lot quicker. Just depends when you get on it. Obviously, at that pull, I just kind of rolled in without him knowing or beeping or anything. So that wasn't too bad.
I don't know, it's weird. This thing, you gotta be in the right gear, and it wouldn't let me downshift the second, so I had to pull from third both times.
I don't even know if my 40 to 100 calculated. Oh, it did. 9.49. That's not terrible. My last best was 9. 9.74, I think. So 9.49, that's even better. Let me take a screenshot of that. Put it on here on the GoPro if I can see. 9.49, that's not too bad.
Now we're gonna see what it does in my car.
Dude, your car's gonna be like, let me see, let's guess. 40 to 100. If I'm 9.49, I don't know, I'm gonna say like between 7.9 and 8.4. I'll give myself a half a second gap. What do you think?
Your car's moving right now.
It's not bad.
From a Ford,
For what it is, it's not bad, you know?
from a Ford, it's a big difference, I feel like.
It's not bad. Let's see. Well, let me take this shit off. We'll go on yours and see what we could do. All right, so we got a 9.49. Now let's talk about how we got it, the changes that were done to the car, how it's running now, and how it compares to some other cars. Compare it to an S2000, a Focus, a Ford Focus RS, all these other cars, my other car, the RSX Type S. We're gonna compare it to some other numbers when it comes to the 4100 and see how it stacks up. So the last best time that I got was about a month and a half ago. I got a 9.74. That's with the stock injectors. I got another video up here I'll link to. I'll talk a little more in depth in a little bit. But I got a 9.74. We were maxing out the stock injectors, and today with the 550cc long nozzle injectors with the revised tune for it, we got a 9.49. Now, in case you're new to the channel, that last one, when I was maxing out the injectors, like I was saying, the car was not running optimal. In a nutshell, what was going on, at least my theory behind this was, in second and fourth gear, the car still felt really strong. It pulled hard, it held boost to redline very strong, it held well over 20 pounds, but it was lean. It was getting more lean as it approached redline, which is not safe, and that's because we were maxing out the stock injectors. Then by the time I went into fourth gear, the ECU saw that I was super lean, so what did it do? It started pulling boost back to get the AFR in check, but because it's pulling boost back, it wasn't making as much power as it should be at the top of fourth gear. Now we got the bigger 550cc injector, and with the revised tune, the car is pulling strong, and more importantly, it's healthy, it's safe. Now in second and third gear, it feels strong, but now we're actually not going lean as we approach redline. Before, it was pretty bad. I was seeing like 12 to 14 near redline AFR. Now it's 11 throughout the entire RPM band, basically. Second, third, we're seeing 11 holding boost, peaking well, and holding a good amount. And in fourth gear, it's not pulling boost to match or to get that 11. It is 11 already, and it's still, instead of pulling back to like 17 pounds, that's what it used to do, we're now holding over 20 pounds to redline as well. So again, overall the car is just happier, it's running safer, and it's strong. So we got that 9.49. Let's see how that compares to some other cars that I have personally tested. And then a shout out to another local YouTuber, recently changed his name to Speed Labs. He used to go by Track Day or Track Day TV, I believe. I met him up at an airport. We did a little some runs at an airstrip and everything. I'll link that video if anyone's interested. We did a quarter-mile back before I had the bigger turbo. But let's compare some of his numbers that he tested, because we are pretty close to each other. So when it comes to temperature, DA, all that stuff, those are all variables that are going to change. But his tests were done within like an hour from me, and then we'll have some cars that I have personally tested as well. So let's start off with the 2017 Fiat 124 Spider Abarth, completely stock. Now, I did not test my car when it was completely stock for the 40 to 100, but Speed Labs did, and the last car on the bottom, the slowest one on the list, was that with a 15.24. Now, me personally, when I was with the Your Compulsion Phase 1 tune, and I just had an intake and an exhaust, might have had, I'm trying to think now, might have had little things like the blow valve, wastegate actuator. I don't recall if I had it at the time, but it was very basic bolt-ons in the Phase 1 tune. I was able to get an 11.94 pretty quick, especially bringing it down from that 15.24. We're beating out a stock Miata right off the bat. We're just beating out a 2018 Mustang EcoBoost already, and it's just a little bit slower than a Honda S2000 at that 11.7. We got the Mazda 3, which is my girlfriend's car. We got an 11.5. Got a couple other cars in there. The Focus RS, check that out, 9.88. Now, I personally have not driven a Ford Focus RS, but I've heard those are pretty nice cars. They're pretty beastly, they're quick, they're fun. That car did a 40 to 100 in 9.88. My RSX Type S, which is full bolt-ons K-Pro tuned, put down about 230 and change to the wheels according to the previous owner, beat out a Ford Focus RS by a hair at 9.86. And then next is the new time with the Phase 3 tune with my 124 Spider Abarth with the Air Compulsion 1446 Plus Turbo and Phase 3 tune at a 9.49. Before that, that was at 9.74. Now we got it down to a 9.49. Sitting pretty nice. People always compare it to a Miata or an S2000. Stock, it's not that quick compared to those. But once you modify them, check it out. You can see it on screen here. According to the testing, it blows away an S2000 as far as performance numbers go, at least acceleration. And it's sitting behind a Audi S5 Coupe, and a Lotus Exige is in the high 8s. We got the Alfa Romeo Spider that we kind of threw in there at 8.6. Kia Stinger, we just threw in 8.6. And then all the way up top is my test with my friend's S4 that you saw in this video. It was quick, man. It was a lot quicker than I expected. I got the number, not sharing it in this video though. I'm gonna have another video going over his car. We did 0 to 60, we did quarter mile, and we obviously got the 40 to 100 as well with that. I'll have another video showing that. So if you're interested, be sure to subscribe and keep up with that. If anyone watching this has a 124 Spider or a 500 Abarth or a Dodge Dart even for that matter, and you're interested in the Air Compulsion 1446 Plus Turbo or their tunes, we do have it available on drivendistrict.com. So if you appreciate the content that I make, all this type of like performance data and everything, great way to support the channel is to go to our site. And if you're interested in performance parts, we got that. If not, we got some apparel, all different types of accessories and everything. So I could say right now pretty confidently that the car is quick now. It is legitimately quick. By today's standards, a car like this, I haven't done the quarter mile yet, but I know it's going to be in the 13s. Running 13s like 10 years ago was pretty damn quick. By today's standards, it's not that quick. But I know my dream car when I was young was a Mitsubishi Evolution, and I got one. And those things from recollection, stock, ran 13s. Those things were quick. They were fast stock. They weren't just quick, they were fast stock. This car needs to be heavily modified, but we're running 13s. I know it has a 13-second pass in her. Keeping up with a stock Evo, that's pretty good. Yes, you have to do a lot to it, but that's the beauty of this. I love modifying cars, so I don't mind that. I know this car is never going to be a crazy 10, 11 second car. That's not the goal of this, but to have a car that's putting these type of numbers down, it makes me happy now. Like, the car is actually genuinely fun to drive. It was always fun, don't get me wrong, but I felt like it was lacking power. Now it's not lacking anymore. It doesn't fall off up top anymore, and it's just a blast to drive. It really is quick. It's not fast technically, but it's quick. Now when it comes to fast, me and a local shop, New Jersey Speed Shop, I actually purchased a second 124 Spider, and we're going to be doing a K24 swap and a turbo, shooting for about 400 wheel horsepower, if not more, maybe 300 wheel torque. Again, probably more. It comes down to the transmission and what it could handle, because we're trying to keep the factory transmission in the 124 to start. That project is currently in the works. I have a couple videos which I'll link a playlist to that I'm going to keep updating. That has the potential to be a 10-second car. So we're going to see what happens with that. So that's about it. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a like, drop a comment, let me know your opinion, how you think it stacks up against the competition. Subscribe if you're interested in more, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.